Prices are going up. We're all facing the squeeze, and there seems to be no let-up. And up and down the country, an army of Brits have been sharing their own hacks, tips and tricks to save money on your bills.
I used to be so popular with the girls in university because I would go around and bleed the radiators in their rooms, and suddenly the temperature would go up.
If the top of the radiator is cold, that means we're having less BTUs, or British thermal units of heat, going into that room, and the system isn't working properly. It's very simple for us to do. We have a radiator bleed key, which you can buy from lots of DIY stores, and you just slacken off the square nut at the top of the radiator with a little towel underneath, and then just allow the air to come out, and as soon as water comes out, shut the key again.
Bleeding your radiators will absolutely save you some money because the boiler system won't have to work as hard to keep the rooms warm. It will vary from household to household how much that will be, but it's one of the easiest ways of boosting the warmth in a room.
A great tip for energy saving on your heating is about insulating your house. Keeping your doors shut and your curtains closed.
You should also be going around looking for drafts. That is the secret of insulation. So feel your keyhole. If there's cold air coming through, you can invest in a £3 keyhole protector. It's not rocket science, but it will save energy.
And I'm gonna quote my mum's super tip here, where we would get like an old pair of tights, just cut the legs off. We've all got odd socks because the washing machines eat socks. Fill up your pair of tights with your odd socks, turn it into a snake, make it a draft excluder. Put that on your front door and your back door.
LED bulbs are fantastic. They're so cheap. They last for years and years and years. If you have any bulbs left that aren't LED, really consider replacing them because they're the best things since sliced bread when it comes to keeping prices down.
You can save between £1 and £4 a year for every traditional or halogen bulb you switch to an LED bulb.
I've got here a LED bulb, and you can actually see here it says 4 watts, and that's equivalent to 25 watts in terms of brightness.
That is a massive drop in the amount of power that a bulb requires.
Plus, with a government ban on halogen bulbs coming into effect last year, and fluorescent bulbs being banned from September 2023, the nationwide switch to LED will see 1.26 million tonnes of CO2 cut, the equivalent of removing over 500,000 cars from UK roads.
It's the easiest switch to make in your house, so go and do it now.
It's around 80% cheaper to use your slow cooker for food as opposed to the hob or the oven.
Using a slow cooker instead of an oven is a bit like heating one room rather than a house. It's a nice, small, condensed space that you don't have to cook at a high temperature with, which costs a lot of money.
A slow cooker typically costs around 16p a day to use, whereas an oven is significantly more.
But if you don't have a slow cooker, don't despair. There are even cheaper options out there.
A microwave only costs 8p a day to use, so that could save you money. May not taste as good, but could save you some money.
So when it comes to microwaves, once you've switched it off, unplug your microwave. It's just an expensive clock.
Not indulging and keeping your shower to just 4 minutes a day could save a typical household £70 a year.
I think timing your showers is a great thing to do. I do it in my house. I time my kids. They know Daddy's got a stopwatch and it's time to get out. Because at the end of the day, it costs a lot.
Better yet, why not give up showering completely?
What?
Well, not daily.
People stop showering so much. You don't need to shower every day. Just see how long you can get away with it before your boyfriend or girlfriend complains. Because actually you'll find that you're probably pleasantly fragrant. And every day that you don't have a shower, you have 100% reduced the cost of running a shower.
Going one step further, why not think about recycling your washing up water?
A lot of people think washing dishes by hand is cheaper. A dishwasher is more energy and water efficient.
Yes, surprisingly, the dishwasher is the more economical option, but only if it's full and used very sparingly.
If you don't have a dishwasher, Again, very cheap to pick up secondhand. There's lots of deals out there. If you don't know, then make sure that you're using a plastic washing up bowl so you don't just run the tap all the time.
You could also consider putting a bucket in the shower to collect excess water.
This is like super zero waste and extreme frugal type stuff.
Using the dregs to water your plants or flush the toilet.
Like I said, it's pretty extreme, but it saves so much water because your flush has a lot of water in it. So every time you flush, you're essentially flushing down a lot of clean water. Whereas this way, you're collecting that dirty water and using that to flush the toilet.
When it comes to water usage, our biggest usage is generally the toilet. You know, you could be using 8 litres of water in one flush, and that is a lot of water going through your water meter and hitting you in the pocket.